Michael, has it been a bit more of a relaxed day for some of those players who played on Tuesday night, just to make sure they're all fit and fresh for Saturday?
Yep, bit more of a recovery day. They had the day off yesterday. I thought they worked really hard, but a bit more of a recovery day for some of them, and then others worked a little bit harder because didn't have the same amount of minutes. So usual Thursday for a Tuesday, Saturday. So everyone's recovering well and ready to go.
How's Adam Jackson?
Yeah, he's okay. Yeah, he's back into training today, so that's good news. We've got to see how it reacts after today. But yeah, I think resting him, if you like, or taking him out of the Chelsea fixture will hopefully help to get him available for Saturday, which in selection for that.
And that's really important that you've been able to maintain the squad fitness in terms of not losing too many players to injuries over this busy spell.
Yeah, I think it's key. It's key to any season that you don't have too many injuries. We have a great medical team here, and Snowy in the physical department and Kieran at the medical team, and all the physios, Elliot and Tom. They work really hard to help us with that. Not just to recovery players like Moylo and Dom Jeffries, but also these little things crop up all the time. And we'll always get little knocks and little injuries, and sometimes they come 1 or 2 days later than you think. But we've got a really good team here that helps keep everyone robust and ready to go.
A couple of your loanees in Finley Barbrook and Dexter we've not seen too much of. Obviously you've got great squad depth. How do you manage them and manage their expectations in the weeks to come?
They've been great. They've trained really well. They are, part of the group massively. They've not obviously got on the bench or into starts, but Dexter's coming in. He looks great. Finley's obviously we've seen against Notts County. He was great second half in there. So it just shows the competition of the group. It shows how well the team's going. It's hard to get those individuals into the side, but they're a bit like Lewis Monsma, he was ready to go, and we've played behind closed door games where they've had minutes. So we've got to make sure we keep everybody ready to go, because throughout the course of a season you're going to need those players. But they're chomping at the bit and they're waiting for their opportunity. But in terms of training, their attitude's been great, and they're part of the group. They're, fans have not seen them, but in the building they are definitely part of us.
Important to get that win at Peterborough. It's been quite a while.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough place. There's so many reasons why this is a tough game for us. I think after the Tuesday night game against Chelsea, this is a really tough game to go into, because the energy you expel, not just physically but mentally, and the atmosphere is huge, and then you have to come down from that a little bit and get ready to go again. But Peterborough on an upturn, you see that in the last 2 results. Not only are they an upturn, they're a very different team to when we played them last season. Very different style to get their upturn. So it's going to be a really tough game. Like I said, for many different reasons. But we think we can put a team on the pitch again that can go and get some points out of it, and we want to go there to try and win the game like always. And if we can, I think it'd be a great occasion.
Is that when you're going to see the mental strength of your side on games like Saturday, coming off what happened on Tuesday?
I think we've seen that already in this group. I think we've seen great mentality. I think this is probably where we need the senior players to really help out, because they've been through this before more so than the younger players, and that's why they're in the building. So, those ones that have been here, done it, and got the T-shirt of going from really, busy, big weeks, if you like. I thought we were great against Luton. I thought first half against Chelsea we were fantastic. But now we've got to get back into the league and go against a really tough Peterborough side, and it takes experience, but it's going to take quality and physicality, and everything's got to be on it. We can't drop off our levels, otherwise you can get hurt. And that might be a cliche, but we've got to keep the consistency and keep our levels.
Rob Street got his goal on Tuesday night. Obviously hadn't scored for a while, but had been playing well. How much of a relief do you think it was to get him back on the score sheet and to get him hopefully firing again in terms of goals?
I think it's great. He always looked like he's going to score. I think that's the main thing. He might not have, but he always looked like he was threatening and he could score at any point, because his quality and his speed and off the back. It's a great one to go and get it against Chelsea in the cup. But whenever we've played him there as a 9, he's looked good. Obviously when Colo's in the building and Freddie, we've got so many options, and now Justin's there. So again, maybe he plays a different role for us sometimes in the league, and sometimes he'll play as a 9. But we know what he's about, and that's why we wanted to keep him here in the window. We think he's got more development and more to offer. But it's great. I think the good thing about the group at the minute, they're all chipping in with goals. Housley's chipped in with a few. Colo's obviously scoring. Justin's got a goal. Freddie's got a goal. And then Rob's got his goal. So I think when goals are coming from all over the team, I think that's an exciting place to be in, because they'll push each other as forwards as well. Because if one's scoring, the other one wants to score, and it's so important to what they do. So I'm just pleased that A, we're creating the chances, and B, that other lads are scoring, if you like.
Conor McGrandle's last 2 games, I know you mentioned him for praise on Tuesday night, probably the best 2 games that he's had, or he's in his best form since he rejoined the club. What do you put that down to? Is that just him being in form, or is it the personnel he's playing alongside? What is it?
I think he's been in form a lot longer than probably he's getting credit for now, if I'm honest. People probably know it because he's probably, plays a lot for me over time. I just think Conor does those things that go unnoticed quite a lot for the team. He's such a selfless midfielder. He's everywhere. He covers every blade of grass. He's a big player for us in how we want to be. But I think over the last 2 games, what you've seen is his extra quality on the ball. The pass to Freddie Draper that slides in, that's what he's got as well. And his calmness, he calms the game really well for us. I thought against Chelsea as well, he was still getting on the ball and playing. So, yeah, I've been happy with his form for a lot longer than 2 games, believe it or not. So, but I think all of them are, starting to hit a bit of form. And again, that's why it's competitive in there. I think all the midfielders now are, looking to get a shirt, which is great. But with the strikers and look at even the defenders. I thought Tom Hamer coming straight into the side did well. Lewis Monsma, who's not been in the side at all this season and did really well. So it's a great place to be. And there's some real good players starting to hit the form. But the challenge is keeping it and the consistency of that.